Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna make a chocolate olive oil cake. And this is a cake that I also used to make a lot when I was in Sweden. When I was cooking for the pub, it was one of the cakes that used ingredients that we always had in the kitchen, so I would never need to like order more ingredients and use my budget towards this cake. So I loved making it. Anyways, this is what we will need. Flour, 2 types of sugar, brown sugar and white sugar, vanilla powder, vanilla extract, and baking soda, salt, cocoa powder, vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar or white vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar because that's what we have. And then you want coffee or water. I'm using instant coffee and just regular water. And I'll just mix that together. And most importantly, olive oil. So let's get into the recipe. So first I preheated the oven to 350. And now we're gonna mix together the flour, sugar, salt, baking soda. And so you need 195 grams or 1.5 cups of flour. Then you want 150 grams or 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. So I'm just putting 125 grams in. I'll probably do like 20-ish less grams of each type of sugar just because we all know I don't like sugar that much. And then you need baking soda. So this recipe, I got it from Smitten Kitchen and it calls for 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, but I like to put in 2 teaspoons of baking soda just because I think it makes it a lot fluffier and I like the fluffiness. Yeah, 2 teaspoons. And then you want some salt, just 1/2 teaspoon. So we're gonna go for 3 grams of salt. Okay, perfect. Now we're just gonna mix it together. And I have a fork, just so it's incorporated, I guess. Now time for the brown sugar. So with this one, you need about the same 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, which turns out to be 145 grams of brown sugar. And I'm probably gonna use like 125. And then now for the olive oil. And we want 1/2 cup or 120 milliliters of olive oil. I wonder how heavy olive oil is. I'm gonna Google this. Okay, so we actually need 108 grams of olive oil. Yeah, because olive oil is much heavier than water is. So that makes sense. Perfect. And now we just mix it up. Okay, again, this recipe is super quick and super easy, so I feel like that's all the recipes I've shown you guys. And I swear I'll make more complicated ones eventually. I mean, I do really like to bake and like bake interesting things, but I also just like to bake easy things, and you know, if it can be easy, why not, right? Cool. I just like mixed it a little bit, like there's still gonna be some dry spots basically. Okay, you were supposed to add the cocoa in the first step, but I mean, I don't think it matters that much, so right now I'm gonna add cocoa powder, and I need 3/4 of a cup for 60 grams. Like other recipes, I would say follow them to the T, but this one is kind of just like mix it all in a bowl and throw it in a pan, so I think it'll be okay. Okay, so now this is what it looks like. It's just like brown lumps, which is great because now we're gonna add the water. The water, the vinegar, and the coffee powder. So you need 1.5 cups of water, which is 355 milliliters or 355 grams. Perfect. I'm gonna add the full thing of coffee, because why not? It's just instant coffee, so it'll dissolve in the water, even if it's not hot. And now the vinegar. So you need a tablespoon of vinegar, which is 15 milliliters. Ow! Why does this hurt my hand so much? It's open. And then at this point, the mixture will start to like foam a little bit just with the baking soda and the vinegar getting mixed together and activating or whatnot. It smells kind of strongly of vinegar, but that's fine. And then now you just want to make sure you mix it until it's super smooth. I'm gonna switch to a whisk just because I don't want any chunks in here. So this is the consistency you want. It's quite liquidy, but don't be worried. This is how it's supposed to look. Perfect. So you just taste it. It's super tasty. Now, just grease your pan and just pour it straight in. And perfect, my oven is almost ready as well. Or I guess it is ready. I forget how quick this recipe is. It's like just as quick as the other cake recipe that I made. Make sure you get all of the bits out of there because this is delicious. And it's all done. So we're just gonna put it in the oven now. So that's going in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. And I really like serving it with whipped cream and fresh raspberries or like frozen raspberries that you microwave. I know that the whipped cream makes it non-vegan, but the cake itself is vegan. And well, I'm not vegan, so I'm gonna eat cream. It's been 30 minutes, so I'm gonna check the cake and see how it's doing. And it's done. This is what it looks like. It's nice and it's very soft actually, but there's nice like holes in it so you can tell that it's done. Now I'm just gonna let this sit until it's cool. And then we can cut into it and serve it with whipped cream and raspberries. So here's the cake. It's sunken down a little bit since I took it out of the oven, but that's fine. So now we're just gonna try and get a decent first piece out of here. It would be easier if I had used a springform pan, but we don't have one, so it's fine. This is what it looks like. It's very fluffy, and I actually didn't do a bad job of like getting it out of there. I'm just gonna give it a try. That's really good. It's like rich and chocolatey, but still fluffy and like kind of light. So now we have some cream. We're gonna whip it up. And now we're done. Look at my cake. So here's the cake. And I'm super excited. Oh, it is so good with the raspberries and cream. So this is another one of my quick and easy chocolate cake recipes. And my other one, I'll just like tag it here or something. Yeah. So you should definitely try this one out. It is vegan if you don't put the cream on it or if you use vegan whipped cream. So I hope you guys liked the video and like and subscribe the video. Wait, no, like the video and subscribe down below. And then also check out my other baking videos too. This is delicious, and I'm gonna finish this now.